Hi, I want to comment on your video. I agree with you that if Dr. Dollar is the head of his household and he's caring for his wife, he's caring for his children, then he has the right as the parent to discipline his children, because if he doesn't do it, then the state would do it, or life would do it. And then we would be looking at him as the pastor and saying, see, he was a pastor, and now he's got a nutty child, and why didn't he discipline his child? And if I had been him, I would have spanked her butt. So he did what he was supposed to do. So I think that we were wrong to step in. I don't care what a teenager says. You've got angry, upset teenagers. She couldn't go to the party that she wanted to go to. And so since she couldn't go and her dad said no, she's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call the police on you. You can't put your hands on me, that sort of thing. And we know we're seeing kids do this every day. I think that as she becomes a mature young lady, she will see, especially when it comes to the point that she becomes a parent. My son actually said to me today, as a child, all I could see was being spanked. But now, as an adult looking on the picture, I can see the reasons for a child being spanked. I can see when it needs to occur. So Dr. Dollar is looking at it from a parent view, and his daughter is looking at it through the eyes of a child. Now, I also want to address another point, because I'm hearing it all over the internet. It seems that many people are upset with him because he is the pastor of a mega church. So all the feelings of that are coming out in different people's video messages. And so I do want to address that, because we, and I'm going to say myself not included, many people are addressing the fact that he teaches the prosperity message, and they think he's a joke. I'm going to say he is probably more honest than any of the rest of the people commenting, because I guarantee you none of you are willing to sell everything you have, give it up, go to Africa, walk miles and miles and miles to get well water. I know none of you is willing to go and wash in the water where people have had bowel movements or urinated. I know that none of you are willing to just go for the rest of your life and live in less than good conditions. I know none of you wants to put you, your wife, your children in harm's way, always worrying whether your child will live or die because of some disease. I know that you wouldn't do it. So I think most people that are commenting about his prosperity are a bigger liar than he is, because he's living what he believes and you're not. Because the people in Africa would trade places with you any day of the week. I can't say the same for you. I doubt seriously if you are willing to give up what you have. I'm looking at the t-shirts on your wall that obviously you had money to get those t-shirts done. I'm looking at the computer monitor. I'm looking at the computer, a fine laptop computer. I see your microphone, fine microphone. I'm seeing your alcohol bottles, not just one bottle, but decanters on a desk. You are living a life that in Africa they can only wish to live. You probably have health insurance, and even if you don't have health insurance, nowadays you can just go to the hospital and then just not pay the bill. But you have a hospital. You don't have to worry that will a doctor show up. You can go and within 45 minutes you're taken care of. So I am thinking that you and many others who comment on prosperity need to stop lying. And the way you can prove that you are not a liar is that you give up all of that wonderful house that has running water, that has probably a garbage disposal, that probably you're in an area where you can catch the bus if you don't have a car. And I want you to give that all up, and I want you to go to Africa, and I want you to let them exchange your position, because you see yourself as poor. Our poor, the Africans in many countries wish that they could be our poor. Our poor is their rich. So if you're willing to give that up, then you can comment on Creflo Dollar, because you already are prosperous according to the people who don't have what you have. So I think it's time for all people who are commenting on the prosperity message as something to speak against. I think you need to look at your position and reevaluate it, because you have people who wish that they could be in your position.